Exactly 1 year from today, if you look back at your life and see the same old you, the same worn-out habits, the same "I'll do it tomorrow" excuses, the same unfinished dreams now covered in dust, the same phone in your hand as you keep scrolling. And the most dangerous part? You realize that you could have changed. You had every chance. You had the time. But you did nothing, only because of your laziness, your fear, and your weakness. That pain, in that moment, will be deeper than any wound. Your heart won't just sink, it will burn to ashes from the inside. Because regret is the greatest torment in the world. But now, imagine another scene. One that will shock you. The same time, 1 year later. You walk into a gathering, and suddenly, silence falls. People turn to look at you. They whisper to each other, "Is this the same guy who seemed like a loser a year ago? How did he change so much? What's that spark in his eyes? How did his voice become so confident?" And you just give a slight, knowing smile and walk past in silence. Because you know it wasn't magic. No angel came down to do it. It was the result of one decision, the one you made right now, in this very moment. Most people dream of reaching the top, but the truth is, they are prisoners of their comfort zone. They want the fruit of success, but they run from the blood and sweat needed to build its roots. They want their lives to change, but they aren't ready to change themselves. Every night, they promise that tomorrow will be different. But the same sun wakes up the same old, worn-out version of them. And then they look at the ceiling and complain, "Why doesn't anything miraculous happen in my life?" So listen carefully, my friend. Life is not a Netflix web series where one episode ends and the next automatically plays. Here, you have to press the play button. You have to write the script. And you have to be the hero of this story. The reality is that you are the biggest obstacle in your own life. Your own thinking, your own excuses, your own laziness have become your enemy. And believe me, this is also the best news in the world, because if the obstacle is you, then the solution is hidden inside you too. As long as you keep blaming your circumstances, "My parents were poor, I didn't get a good education, the country's conditions are bad, electricity is expensive, there are no jobs," you'll keep sitting on that pile of filth. But the day you grab your own collar, look the person in the mirror straight in the eyes, and say, "Whatever it is, however it is, this is now my responsibility," from that second, your destiny will turn. After that, you won't look for excuses. You'll find the paths that no one else can see. That is the thin line that separates the winners from the losers in this world. Now, honestly examine your everyday life. Your life is not a sudden event. It is the sum total of your daily, seemingly small habits. What you do repeatedly, you become. If you keep procrastinating, congratulations, you've become the king of postponement. If you keep envying others' lives on social media, you'll become a bitter, jealous person. But if you work on improving yourself by just 1% every day, yes, just 1%, then one day, you will become a mountain that no one can move. The funny thing is, your big success will never come from one grand decision or a single day's miracle. It will come from these small, boring, and painful choices that you make every single moment. When the alarm goes off in the morning and your bed is pulling you like a magnet, not pressing the snooze button is your first victory. When your heart says, "Just 5 more minutes of reels," and you put the phone aside and get to work, that's your second big step. These things sound very ordinary and boring, don't they? Yes, they are boring. But they are equally powerful. Here's a truth that no motivational speaker will tell you: motivation itself is a huge deception. It's a drug, it rises for a while and then fades away. It's like the air in a balloon. As long as it's filled, you fly. Once it's gone, you fall to the ground. If you're running your life on motivation, you're in random mode, you're not in control. The real game is self-discipline. Discipline means doing that work when your heart absolutely doesn't want to, when your body is in pain, when your mind gives you 100 excuses to leave it for tomorrow. But your conscience says, "No, do it now." This is the point where 90% of people lose courage. They give up and become part of the crowd. And only the 10% who endure that pain, they make history and become legends. You must confront the weaknesses you keep hiding. That fear, that doubt, that overthinking in which you waste hours, these are the invisible chains wrapped around your feet, stopping you from moving even 1 inch forward. Be honest with yourself, no matter how much it hurts your ego, no matter how small you feel. Remember, until you accept your sickness, you can't treat it. The moment you admit your mistake is the moment your true strength is born. And listen, another toxic thing silently killing you is your environment. If you hang around with 5 people who only complain about fate, pull others down, and whose only purpose is eating, sleeping, and indulging in vices, then mark my words, you'll be the 6th failure. But if you're with people who talk about growth, discuss new ideas, and learn from their mistakes, then you too will soar to great heights. It's a very simple thing. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose your friends and your circle very carefully, because your future is being quietly shaped by the conversations around you. If your friends aren't pushing you to become better, they aren't your friends, they're your enemies. In today's digital world, your biggest asset is your focus. And unfortunately, that's exactly what the world is spending billions of dollars to steal from you. Every app, every notification, every thumbnail is a hunter of your attention. The world doesn't want you to succeed. It wants you to remain a consumer. A notification comes, you watch one reel, then another, then a third, and suddenly, 2 hours have vanished. You think you're relaxing. But in reality, you're destroying your brain's neurons and flushing your creative potential down the drain. The secret to success isn't about how much you do, it's about how many unnecessary things you stop doing. Learn to say no. Not every party, every message, every YouTube video deserves your precious time. When you reduce the noise from your life, you find the silence where your destination becomes crystal clear. And remember, without clarity, your speed is useless. You may be running fast, but if the direction is wrong, you're just speeding toward your own destruction. So learn to pause. Sit in silence and ask yourself, which race am I even running? Is this the life I truly wanted? The person who knows their direction can't be blown off course by any storm in this world. And tie this to your heart, your life begins exactly outside your comfort zone. The more you try to stay safe, the more you fear risk, the more ordinary and average your life will be. Growth is always painful. It's always uncomfortable. That task that makes your stomach churn, that phone call you're avoiding, that difficult decision you're running from, believe me, that is the key to your success. People often say, I'm not ready yet, I'll start when everything is perfect. The truth is, the perfect time never comes. People step onto the field, stumble, fall, and then get back up, and that's how they become ready. Courage is not an inner feeling you wait for. Courage is an action. Take the first step, the path will reveal itself. Confidence doesn't come first, it comes after you take action. You don't have to conquer the whole world in one day. You just need to take one small, courageous step every day. These small steps, when taken consistently over months and years, create a compound effect so powerful that one day you'll be amazed at how far you've come. But your conscience will know, it wasn't coincidence. It was the harvest of decisions you made when everyone else was asleep, when you had no support, when no one was applauding you. You cannot win this battle alone. You need people who can be your mirrors, who show you the truth you hide from yourself. You need mentors and companions who don't flatter you but challenge you, who stop you when you're straying from your path. False praise will take you to a fake world where you think you're great but are actually hollow. Honest, bitter truth will give you the mirror to see your flaws and improve yourself. Remember, self-improvement is not a destination where you can sit back and relax. It's an endless journey, a lifestyle. As long as you're alive, you're either going up or going down. There's no static state. The day you think you've learned everything, that's the day your decline begins. So never stop learning. Keep your thirst alive. Now the question isn't what you can do. The question is when will you start? Time is like sand slipping through your fingers. Every passing second is a page in your life's book that will never be written again. Every passing day either brings you closer to your dream life or takes you further away forever. If you truly want to make your life a masterpiece, make a firm and unshakable decision, today, right now.